Was he feared, loved, admired, fair, meaning he shared his money not like Castellano? What was he known for?
You know, I personally, I mean, look, they called him the snake. I mean, he was, you feared him. You didn't want to cross him. You didn't want to cross him. I got along good with him. I had one bad experience with him, very bad, that left an impression on me. But other than that, you know, I got along with him well.
What was that bad experience?
Well, you know, look, I was making a lot of money in the business, and I think I told you yesterday, they wrote a story about me. And, you know, look, one of the things in that life that's one of the horrors of that life, I would say, is that you make a mistake, your best friend walks you into a room, you don't walk out again. And so I got a call one night, and actually my father was on parole, and he called me over to his house, and he said, look, Junior wants to see us. I said, what about? He said, well, I don't know. I says, all right, well, let's go. What time do you want me to take you? He says, no. He says, Junior wants me to come in first. He wants you to come in second. I said, why? I said, that doesn't make sense. I said, you know, there's talk on the street. Because Junior had sent some guys to talk to my Russian partners and ask them, you know, about. I'll tell you what happened. Junior always wanted to meet my partners in the gas business. And I said, Junior, look, I don't trust any of these guys. If something goes down with them, I'm not going to introduce them to everybody so everybody can get in trouble. I said, they can only hurt me. They can't hurt anybody else. That went for Rizzo and the Russians. And I knew why they wanted to meet these guys. In case anything happened to me, they would know them and have a relationship. But I wouldn't let it happen. But he sent some guys to talk to them. So I knew there was some rumbling on the street that maybe I was making more money than I was turning in. And we were turning in a lot. So when this meeting came by, I said, Dad, why should we be separated? Let's go together. And we were both captains at the time. And honestly, it was the first time, Patrick, I had an argument with my father. I never disrespected my father, never even talked him back. We debated, but I never got, and this time I was upset. I said, you're wrong. We're not going to be separated. Let's go in together. Back and forth, back and forth. Finally, I gave in. I said, Dad, I've been giving it to you all my life. I don't like it, but if this is what you want, we'll do it. So, I don't know if you knew Jimmy Angelina.
Sure.
You know Jimmy. I knew Jimmy a long time. He was another captain. So he tells me, come into Brooklyn, park your car a certain place, and then I'll drive you, because Junior was on parole. So we had to do a covert meeting there to make sure we weren't followed. And I get in the car, and I'm driving with Jimmy, and he's silent. He doesn't really tell me what's going on. And I said, Jimmy, what's this about? He said, oh, I don't know. He doesn't really answer me. And there's some guy sitting in the back of the car that I recognized, but I didn't really know who he was. So now we pull up to the house in Brooklyn. It was a house, and it was a basement apartment that we were going into. And I'll be honest with you, Patrick, I got out of the car and I said, something's wrong here. This ain't good. It separated me and my father. I got Jimmy taking me. I get out of the car. It was about a 30-yard walk from the car to the basement apartment. And I said, I'm going to get killed here. Something's bad. And I'll be honest, I was scared. I was nervous. I said, this is bad. But I walked, right? And I go in. Obviously, I'm still here. But they really grilled me about the gas business. And I started to get mad. I said, you know, I brought this thing in. I'm showing you more money than you ever had, and you're questioning me. I'm taking all the risk. I said, what's going on here? And I started to get a little mad. Now, you don't get mad with the boss. I was wrong. So I held myself. Everything was done, kissed and everything. And I said, Jimmy, take me to my car. I lived in Long Island at the time, so I get in the car with Jimmy, and honestly, I was mad. I said, Jimmy, I know you all my life. I'm walking into a trap here, possibly, and you don't tell me. And forgot Omerta for that second. I'm just talking to one friend to another. And he looks at me and he says, well, if it was the other way around, would you have told me? Just like that. He was smart. Good answer. And I thought about it, and I said, no. And I'll tell you what happened that night, Patrick. When I went to get out of the car, and the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm going to tell you how it impacted on me. When I got out of the car, Jimmy grabbed my arm, and he said, I'm going to tell you something, you're not going to like it. And I said, what? He said, your father was in there before you this morning, and this evening, and he threw you under the bus. He didn't help you one bit. And I said, what? Now, knowing my father, I know how he operates. What he told them is that I was on parole, I don't do anything, my son handles everything, if he's stealing, I don't know. And he kind of just absolved himself, and that's what I found out afterwards. Well, I'll be honest with you, Patrick, that's what kind of broke it for me, because I said, if this life can separate father and son, and we never had a disagreement, an argument, ever, up till that
No
point.
falling out.
Never. I mean, we, back and forth. My father never wanted to
Sure.
put up money, I would put up, things like that, didn't mean anything. But I didn't say anything. I never said a word to him, I never talked about it to anybody else. But I can tell you, if that night doesn't happen, I would have never walked away from that life. Not for my wife or whatever, I would have never done it.
That was your tipping point.
That was my tipping point, but I didn't meet my wife now till 2 years later. But that stayed in my mind. And I said, there's something wrong here.